Hey, I love every part of getting ready to go camping. I love pulling out all the gear and figuring out what we need for the um, particular adventure that we're going on. And I love nothing more than to be like to arrive and be like, yeah, I've got that. There's nothing worse to me than getting there and being like, oh no, we don't have this or we don't have that. Um, so I guess I'm a gearhead. Maybe you can call me that. Um, but I think the one thing that I don't say I don't like it. But the one thing that I kind of takes me days, maybe even weeks sometimes, to put the things away after we've gone on an adventure. So I kind of thought maybe this would be an interesting video for somebody. Um, I'm gonna show you my organization, like how I organize some of my uh, gear. And yeah, I say my gear because, yes, me and my husband both go and on most of the adventures together. And but it's my obsession, right? Like he loves it. He loves it. He's very outdoorsy. I mean, he's happy to like just sleep on the ground in a camping, just like he's very happy with like just the bare minimum. And I'm like, well, let's elevate it. I'm always making the experience like elevated. so so it's me who's obsessed with the gear and figuring out like, well, what do we need uh, to make this experience more exciting or more comfortable, and I'll go and read all the reviews and decide like this is what we need. So I'm very organized, even though it doesn't look like it. If you just walked into this room right now, you would be like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare of a mess. But I am actually very organized with how I put my gear away, and every time I put things away, it's different because things evolve. So you may have noticed that I'm in a room in my house. I'm not like in the garage because we don't have a garage. We have what we call the room of requirement. If you are a Harry Potter fan, you know that reference. The room of requirement is the perfect name for this room because oh my gosh, I'm gonna show you this. This is horrible. It's such a mess. um, in the room of requirement, we have, this is where I just kind of like dump all the gear when we get back. I just kind of dump it. Like, I don't put it on the shelving until I've gone through it and organized it in the way that I'm happy with it. So, which is why it just kind of lives here. I'll start going through it. I like to keep lightweight stuff kind of on the top shelves. These are our tubes. And I bought tubes that have, like, there's a plastic inner tube, but then they have a cover over them. So when we go over rocks and stuff, they won't pop, hopefully. And this is the pump that we use to pump up the tubes. And we went to the Great Smoky Mountains this summer and went to Deep Creek and tubed down Deep Creek, and it was absolutely magical. Yeah, got a hiking backpack, and this is our electric blanket. This fan is amazing. I really love that fan. It's always going on adventures with us. I keep this springtime artisan water bottle always and just refill it. It's awesome. Bear spray. Unfortunately, this stuff expires in 2026, so I'm going to have to buy some more. Might discharge that in the backyard on a not windy day and kind of get a feel for using bear spray. I've got all sorts of random stuff up here. This is amazing. It's an outdoor rug. It's something that, you know, younger self would not have appreciated, but I do appreciate it now. It helps to keep, you know, dirt from getting all in the, this is like backpacking gear. This is Fletcher's like backpacking gear. Hey Ellie! Hey, she's come to check it all out too, make sure that I'm putting everything away. Okay, she's a manager. I don't know if you know that. She manages everything that goes on in the household. And like all the time, she's just next to me managing things. Kind of like a minion on an Arrowway Homestead. But we don't have like, you know, tools and stuff. Right, Ellie? We're just managing. Okay, so do you want to tell them what's in the box, Ellie? I'll read it for you, okay? I like to put I like to put labels on the boxes, so I don't have to open it up and rummage all the way to the bottom to know that there are these things inside of the box. However, because we just went camping, I am going to open the box and make sure that the things that are labeled are in there. Looking good so far. Another nice thing about having the labels just taped individually and not like a list is because if I decide that I no longer want to keep like the Technu and the bug spray in this container and want to keep it in a different container, I can just peel off the sticker. I'm gonna get Ellie's bed so she's more comfortable in here managing what's happening. Is that a good spot to manage from? Okay. Oh. We're doing good. Okay. I really like these Husky boxes. Number one, because they have a clear lid, and they are sturdy as all get out. And except these, I don't trust that they're gonna last very long. Some of them, they just seem flimsy. Yeah, this is our electrical bin. One thing that I do is take batteries out of things like headlamps and pack them. And I even have labels on top of bins that are inside of the bin with labels. So I mean, no, it's tedious to do something like take the batteries out and then have to put them back in later. But I feel like ultimately it prolongs the life of something like, you know, like a headlamp. Because have you ever like opened up something that's kind of been sitting with batteries in it for a while and it's all corroded and the thing is garbage and, you know, the battery acid is exploded everywhere, and so I feel like, yeah, it's gonna prolong the life of the batteries and the, you know, your tools. She's sleeping on the job. I just realized that we do not have inside string lights anymore, and probably not gonna buy any for a while, so I'm just going to remove the sticker. See? We mostly take our big heavy Coleman camping chairs with us, but these sometimes are useful, and they're super lightweight and they fold out into nice camping chairs. They do feel a little bit wobbly. Sometimes they don't feel like super sturdy, but for what they are, when you need a camping chair and, you know, you don't have space for the big chair, it's nice. That's good. I could probably do a better job at organizing this. This is part of the camp kitchen. I wait till these are completely dried out and then I put them in a baggie. I'm gonna have to replenish these. We got a bunch of, you know, just bags and extra like garbage bags and stuff. So I like that to be full. So always have enough. Got our biodegradable soap. These actually go in the camp kitchen. I need to put them back where they belong. And put the sponges, and I've got some koozies in here. They're just like an extra little cooler thing that we, you know, can keep in there just in case we need it. And then I'll put the paper towels and some baby wipes in here, and that thing is packed and ready. Well, except for these. I'm gonna replenish that. So this is what I call my camp kitchen. It has wheels on one side, so I can lift it up and roll it. And has pretty sturdy fasteners, and it's got these little locks, so you can put carabiners in there and raccoons won't get into it at night. By the end of a camping trip, this thing can be really messy, so I definitely like to come in here and make sure that that everything is put away nice and neat, and that there's no food particles or anything anywhere. So, you know, we keep our little gas stove underneath. I have 2 pans and a pot. Now, if we're not going to be using them, I take them out and I just leave them at home. So I just put anything in here that I need specifically, but it all lives in here all the time. We have lightweight, I say we because it's actually Fletcher's. We do have lightweight cooking ware, like in one of those backpacking bins. So sometimes we'll get that out if we're just gonna be cooking light. We really like the Jetboil. This thing is awesome. So this is like our whole little Jetboil bag with all the things that we need in there for it. Yet, if we have electricity, we are bringing this thing and we're making coffee in the in this. However, I also have a French press. So, you know, coffee and tea, very important to have hot liquids. So somehow, some way, we're gonna get our hot liquids. I come in here and take out all of the coffee creamer pods. I just don't know when the next time we're going camping is, and I consider this like food items, so I don't keep them in here. They'll live in the kitchen. Maybe I'll put them back in here when we go camping, or maybe we'll use them. The coffee and tea, however, they'll stay in here. Anything I can think of that I've got in here, like scissors, plates, bowls, cutlery. I even have a pizza cutter in here. But this comes out and you can see all the layers of things that are in there. I'm just gonna pop the lid off and just kind of make sure that everything has been put away. Okay, it all checks out. Got my scissors, got my lighter. Everything looks clean. You know, we have regular forks and knives and stuff, but it's always nice to have the plastic ones just in case. And I even have chopsticks. I was going on and on about this fan, but I also have a proper box fan. This thing actually was a lifesaver this summer when we went camping. We were camping for like 2 weeks over the summer. Great Smoky Mountains and Oak Mountain State Park. Great Smoky Mountains was actually really cool and nice, and required very little fan usage, but Oak Mountain was hot as hot. And so this thing was amazing. This is a Camp Chef bag, but actually it's not a Camp Chef. This is my electric griddle that I keep in here. And I absolutely love that thing if we have electricity. Okay, that's the last of it. I've got the folding table and the folding fire ring over there, and now everything is organized. Ah, that feels good. Very happy about that. Oh, this is my grandfather's Stanley. He used to take this to work with him every day. He was a master carpenter and also a brick mason, and that was what he took to work with him, and now it's mine. Hey, if you've made it this far in the video, we're best friends now, so might as well go ahead and subscribe. I will guarantee you that I am not going to post regularly, and that this is kind of what you're gonna get. Like, everything that I post, I want it to feel real. There's so much on the internet that is not real, and it's starting to kind of freak me out, honestly. And so I just want this to be like a little refreshing spot where you know that if you're seeing a video of a waterfall, that there's not music dubbed over the dogs barking and the people talking in the background. Like, if that's happening, that's happening. And so anyway, if you're into that, follow along, and I'm really glad you're here. Take care.